Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts podcast. Joining as always is your host, Tricky, and we are on Riverside FM today, joined by my co-host, Connor and Holty. How are we, boys?
G'day, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, Holty.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, what's been going on with in the life for you guys so far this week? How's the week been travelling so far?
Been pretty busy with work, but other than that, it's been alright. Kid's going well. He's been a bit trouble to go to sleep, but that's life, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So he went swimming too, did he?
Yeah, he went swimming on Sunday. That was grouse.
Oh, very good.
I had so much fun.
Michael Phelps in the making.
I just threw him in and said, swim, mate.
Oh, good. Very good. Yeah, about the same here. Just with the opposite with university, though. Just learning new things every day, and it's a lot of information to take in, but one at a time. That's good.
I was going to say, first, obviously myself and Holty went down to Churubaka Oval on Monday and did a goal kicking challenge. Holty didn't realise it was a VFL Oval at first. He goes, oh, it's not a bad ground. And I was like, yeah, it's a VFL Oval, you'd hope so.
Bit of a trek down to Sandringham, Jesus.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was. when they said Churubaka Oval, I was like, oh, yeah. But I was like, they made the trip to us that time, and they were in Hawthorn, I think, at that point. So I was like, oh, it's only fair.
Yeah, that's fair enough then.
Now, before we get into our footy talk... What's that, sorry?
You guys better have won.
Oh, you'll find out. You will find out in the next week or two.
When's the video?
Before we get into our footy talk, there was another big thing that happened on the weekend in Australia, or mainly based in Melbourne, and I'm going to let Holty take the reins here. Can you fill us in what happened at the Grand Prix? Because it's a massive event in world sports, really.
Yeah, it is. Definitely in Australia, and obviously in Melbourne itself. I didn't reckon it was quite advertised as what it was in the past years. Obviously, we've had COVID and everything's gone down track, but definitely when you go from Druin Town and you travel into the city for university, it's definitely lights up the whole city with Formula 1 and all the F1 teams that race in there. And we'll skip straight to the race results. Obviously, our winner of the Australian Grand Prix was Max Verstappen, and then in second was Lewis Hamilton, Alonso, and Lance Stroll sneaking up into the top five, which was a very surprise for Aston Martin Racing.
Now, am I right in saying Dad said something about... did Max Verstappen say something about if F1 don't get their shit together, he's out or something?
Correct.
Yeah, what's the go there? I know he mentioned something, but...
Exactly what Connor said, he's a wanker.
He's a...
Christian Horner, the team principal, doesn't like to follow the rules. That is my opinion. But Max Verstappen is quite the same as well. And they just don't like how he sort of obeys the race rules. Then going back again, we had Lando Norris in 6th, Nico Hülkenberg in 7th, and then one of our own, Oscar Piastri, finishing 8th, and that is his first points ever in Formula 1.
Congratulations to him.
Zhou Guanzu in 9th, and then Bottas in 10th.
Now, I heard it was a very disappointing end to the race.
Oh, it definitely was. Probably in the last 10 laps, there was multiple red flags, and to those that aren't F1 fans or motorsport fans, red flag means there is a halt in the race. There is that's right, a halt into the race. It stops, and it ended out in sort of a very slow... I think there was about 5 red flags in the last 10 laps, and a lot of cars did not finish.
Was there a crash going into the last race too? I mean, the last lap?
There was.
I think I heard, and because then they had to do the last lap with a safety car, so you couldn't overtake. So pretty much the last lap didn't really matter.
As I was just looking here, the last lap took 2.5 minutes, so there was a safety car involved, and that would have been a very anticlimactic finish. Yeah, so not the best Australian Grand Prix I've seen, but I'm sure there's better ones to come.
Hey, what's the leaderboard looking like in the F1 at the moment, though? While you're talking about it,
I would say our standings for Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen is on top at number 1 with 69 points. And second place, Sergio Perez in 54 points then. And old mate, Fernando Alonso on 45 points in third. Then it goes Lewis Hamilton and Carlos Sainz in the top 5.
I love Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, so do I.
He's just a sexy man.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
He's electrifying.
He's so good.
Now, I think we move on to the segment. Now, whatever I say here, you guys are going to go with the other one anyway. So, tops and bottoms?
Highs and lows, mate.
Alright, so first of all, my top would have to be, obviously, Collingwood still going. That's always a top. And another top. It's good to see local footy back as well. That was a good top. I went down and watched a bit of local footy. If you boys want to do a roundup on that, let me know. We can touch in a bit of that. But yeah, that was another top. It was just good to see local footy back. Lows, I would have to say, I think Collingwood included, I think across the whole round, there was a fair few teams that were very inaccurate in front of goals.
Oh yeah.
So that was a bit disappointing in that sense, but other than that, yeah. Oh, another top story too. There's a new movie coming out actually. I believe when movies they drop on Thursdays, don't they? The new ones. It's called Air. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. That's coming out.
What is that?
The Air.
Yeah, Air. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, that's about the Michael Jordan deal, yeah?
Yeah, Michael Jordan shoes and that. So yeah, I'm very interested to have a look on that. And so they did a like what is it? Pre-premiere of it. And so Tommy Sheridan was down there and he said it's an absolute great movie.
Yeah.
So I'll be keen to see that one. Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Connor?
check his reviews.
Connor, on to you.
Highs. I really enjoyed my swimming session with my son on Sunday. That was fantastic.
Who's the better swimmer?
Michael Phelps.
Me or him?
Yeah.
Oh, smashing, mate. He's 3 months old. He can't swim.
throwing him up in the air yet, or?
Yeah, no, we did a little bit of bouncy work in the water. He loved that. He was giggling away. Another high. I enjoyed the St Kilda Essendon game, even though we didn't get the chocolates. I thought the one thing that only really cost us was that first quarter, but it was good to see them fight back because last year we would have lost by 15 goals if that was the first quarter we performed. So that was really good to see.
Now, before we get on, can we explain why you were in a GWS hat as well as the Essendon stuff?
Got to support the sponsors, mate. As a GWS member, look after the boys.
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
Lows. Well, always a low when your footy team loses on the weekend. Another low is the A-League. They're in a bit of a schmish-motion today, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Well, what's filling in on that one?
Obviously the Victory City game at the start of the year or end of last year got called off, and it's commencing tonight, isn't it, Holty?
It is.
And there's a lot of people that aren't happy about it.
No, there is not.
And
And to go expand that even further, the reason why that happened is because the A-League decided to put the grand final, no matter what team's playing in that grand
final. That was that game that they rescheduled when they ran on the ground for... Yeah.
Grand final will always remain, I think it's for the
in
next
Sydney.
3-5 years.
Yeah.
Sydney, yeah.
I mean, we do the same thing for the AFL, so...
Oh, exactly right. But you don't see people protesting in that, so I reckon A-League fans just grow up.
Yep, absolutely. To be honest, that's about it from me. I want to start a new segment.
Another one?
Yeah, I think you did tell me that, but I haven't worked on a sound effect yet, but you can run it, and I'll get a sound effect for next week.
Just players that deserve a headbutt. Jack Higgins to name one.
Yeah.
So is he round one? Jack Higgins?
He needs just one smack bang on there. Bang!
Yeah, I like that
he's
one.
a wanker.
Can I add one in there as well? Can I add a
Go for it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what he's going to say.
Jordan Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, he doesn't
Yeah.
play, so...
Oh, past players.
I'll tell you who needs another one.
Who?
The Rat.
Oh, yeah.
Just the Geelong 22. Just bang, bang.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it would have had to been, if you were an opposition player, especially if you're from West Coast, you would have said Hayden Ballantyne for sure.
No, I love Hayden Ballantyne.
No, but like, if you were like an opposing team going up against him, you hated versing him, but like, he was
Yeah.
good to watch.
Ryan Crowley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct? Something here, Connor.
Always make
Oh,
Oh, he was an Essendon boy for a bit?
Yeah, well, Crowley was. I love him.
Can I say one just in general, just a general person, just out in the public? Marty
Yeah.
Sheargold. Done. Just bang.
Marty Sheargold. Holty, how's that one when we're driving home? Phil Connor in. Do you listen to the Rush Hour, Connor? On
love the
JB
Rush
and Billy?
Yeah, when I
Oh,
can, I'll listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
What about the feet story? Do you want me to say it? Do you remember it or not?
Oh, is this
So-
the one where this guy got 2 weeks off?
No, not this one. So they had a segment. It was like, call in if what's the worst excuse you've heard to get a day off?
No.
Someone called in and said they couldn't come into work because they got sore feet from walking their dog in the morning.
That's fair enough. You get, you sort
And then there
I've
was
had some
another
pretty
one.
bad. I've
There
had
was
some pretty
another
bad
one
ones
where
over the
this-
years.
There was another one where this fella was working at Holden and he installed the ACs into the cars, like the air conditioners and that. And apparently, like, you leave it on. I don't know why he did it, but, like, apparently he got 2 weeks off because he got frostbite.
I had probably going back 10 years ago now. I had a chick call me up saying that she couldn't come into work. She'd been in a car crash, and then she sent me a photo of the car crash. And I'm like, that's not your car, for one. And I've Google searched it, and bang, there's the photo of the car crash. I'm like, you just Google search that. I'll see you in 10 minutes. She got to work, and then I sent her home.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh,
That was probably
That's
10 years ago. You
brilliant.
can't really get away with that stuff now.
Oh, that's
yeah, no.
That is
Just
gold.
wind her up to get her in and then be like, now because of that, turn around and go back.
Yeah,
Holty, highs and lows?
I'll start with low. Australian Grand Prix, that was a low. Very anticlimactic.
it was
Good
sold
day out.
4 days, wasn't it?
I've been there one time. It's a good day out.
but Just
Oh,
the
yeah.
race in general, just very anticlimactic. Jesus. And another low, Geelong Football Club.
Oh,
And
I've been in trouble.
Well, wait till you see what I put the thumbnail as this week, Holty. You'll be a big. You won't like this. Wait till you see it tomorrow.
And just another low, and this will go into my blow up as well. Just Geelong supporters, just the non-supporters, the closet supporters.
Cat
Like,
man.
I don't
Like you?
I don't like their comments. Look, no, tricky, no.
The Catman.
No, you
That got
cannot
you-
have
that
a
got-
crack at me like that when you rock up.
That got
Can't
you
have a
going,
crack
didn't
at
it?
me when you rock up and you get free tickets to a game.
Oh, yeah, tricky.
You know what?
cannot have
Fair
a-
enough. Fair enough. Oi, at the
Exactly.
same time, if you're going to get the free tickets, you're going to take them, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah.
No. Nah, I don't want your free tickets, mate. I want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
It was a shocking comment
Rock thing
too.
by everyone, and I'm going to pay for my tickets.
It was a shocking comment I got it for
I'm
too.
going to have
but-
another high. Oh, yeah. Another high, yesterday's filming with Dozzy D. I thought my right boot was very good yesterday, very operative.
Oh,
My left wasn't.
Kept us very steady.
I had the ball drop going all wrong.
And another high for me, I'm going to go Jamara Ugle-Hagan. I reckon that was a very good performance by him.
Yes, I like that.
Yep.
good call. Good call.
Good call. So now,
That's all.
who wants to take? Do you want me to take the first game, boys?
Yeah, you can take the first one, mate.
For first game,
Oh, yeah,
obviously,
Friday.
obviously we had Thursday night Western Bulldogs and Brisbane, the Josh Dunsby Cup. What are you?
Oh,
For listeners looking at home, that's at Darth Vader.
Mate, that is... Do you want to see my Lego collection?
Here we
Here
go.
we go. Yeah.
Now he's going through his Lego collection.
Love
Oh.
it. Anyway, continue on. Let's get serious, boys.
Western Bulldogs 10-7-67 defeated Brisbane 7-11-53. As Holty mentioned, Jamar Ugle-Hagan after the big previous week and sad week he had, kicking 5. Lob 2, Williams 1, Baker and Norton. For Brisbane, the only person really fired was Gunston with 3, Neil, Hipwood, Cameron and Rayner. For disposals for the Dogs, you had Dale, McRae, both with 30. Liver with 29, 9 tackles and 6 score involvements. Bontempelli with 28, 8 clearances. Treloar 28 and 9 clearances. And my boy Ed Richards 25 touches and 11 intercept possessions. As well as you had, for the Lions, you had Neil who had 31 touches, 8 score involvements and 8 clearances with Dunkley of 24. Talking points, as I said, Jamal Ugle-Hagan stars and makes a stand with his 5 goals. How do you think of his performance?
Oh, they were pretty, well done to him, but they were a bit cherry picking, weren't they? I thought.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they were, but
No,
you take it as you get it.
He actually
I mean, on paper, he's done what a full forward needs to do. But
kicked goals.
Yeah, correct.
Where at the other end they couldn't do anything. They were disgusting. The Eel and Big Joe need a bloody foot up their ass.
Oh, God.
And I just said, should we be worried about the Lions?
Oh yeah.
Nah.
There's big
No?
question marks there for me.
So why do you think...
Brisbane?
So what's your question marks and why are you not worried, Holty? We'll go with Connor first. What's your
I'm
question
not
marks?
worried because
Anyways.
I'm not worried because they'll just go back up. They'll go back up to Queensland. They'll win their games up there. They'll make their way into the top 8. Woohoo! But then when it comes to finals times, that's when my question marks will come in.
I agree with Holty. They'll play finals, but they're not going to be top 4. They're not going to push a premiership if they keep this up.
Not at all.
Their backline's good, midfield's good, forward line's garbage.
Garbage.
Especially
Yeah.
with you've got Danaher, Hipwood,
Who had a poor night, kicking 0 goals for.
Cameron, Bailey, rolling through there. Who's the other one?
Hipwood.
McCarthy.
No, it's McCarthy. Their forward line's decent, and they are just not capitalising. 7-11's disgusting. Joe Danaher 0-4, disgusting. I expect him to come out tomorrow night and kick an absolute bag.
Yeah.
If you were Chris
consistent,
Fagan,
much better.
sorry, if you were Chris Fagan, how would you? There's obviously needs to be a change for this forward line. What would you do to structure this forward line and make it a bit different, especially with the tools? Would you push one of them a bit higher?
Drop Hipwood.
Drop him?
I agree. Drop Hipwood and drop another small as well.
Could he go back?
Small though, but
Drop Charlie.
Could Hipwood go
Hipwood
back?
back.
I've heard something about that, like as an interceptor with his athleticism.
Nah, I would just drop him. Give him
Just a
his week in
full
the
drop.
twos.
Make a statement.
and also give Danaher just some sort of foot up the arse at training and just purely work on goal kicking.
Because then you could
'Cause
probably roll Dunkley forward as well, and Dunkley plays a medium tall.
Did you see the footage last week of when Danaher got into Hipwood and like really slammed him on the chest on the ground, and then did the same thing the next week? They were saying they was pretty much pointing out how selfish he can be.
I didn't really say it, so I'm not going to
I
comment.
didn't say that either, actually.
Well, he burned Charlie Cameron in the middle. No, just saw some stuff on the couch.
On the panel.
Just saw some stuff on the couch. I just flicked over. And,
Fox Footy 24/7.
No, I actually don't. Dad watches it more than me. I put it on every now and then, but I'm over 360. I'm over Robbo. Said it. Said it. I've said it.
Oh yeah, I tell you who can get fucked? Robbo and Gerald. Piss off.
No. Jared Waitley. No. Jared Waitley is a god, mate. Leave him alone.
Oh, I like Gerald Waitley on SEN, but not on Fox
you
Footy.
can't say that, Connor. Like, Tricky loves his SEN stuff.
No, I love Gerald.
Well, he just said-
I love him on SEN. I can't stand him. Footy.
Oh, that's fair enough
Get
then.
him off Fox.
And another thing I had was Artie Jones. Although he didn't provide much on the ground, how good is his personality, energy he brings? It's a shining light to the game too.
Oh, he loved it,
So
didn't
Yeah.
yeah, to show they can come in, and I hope he doesn't change. Because good to see he got around
boy
the.
that really loves his spot. No.
Did any of you see him?
Kilos.
Did any of you see him close out Channel 7? The end of the footy show. They're like, "Oh, do you want to be the anchor man?" He goes, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "All right, have a good night." And they closed off, and it's just like, "It's been Artie Jones. You've been watching Friday Night Footy." And he just like closed off the whole section. It was just, he just looks like a good guy to have around. Holty, do you want to? Thursday Night Footy. Sorry, Holty, do you want to take the Friday night game as you said, or one of you? I think Holty said he wanted to call dibs on this one.
Right. Wait, you don't want to do your own team?
Yeah.
Oh, I just did Thursday. I did Thursday.
You don't want to do your own team?
No.
I did Thursday, so I'll give it. Well, we're still going for the talking
Friday
points.
night footy.
I want to do it.
Okay, go, Connor.
Yes.
Go.
So there was a footy game on Friday night. Two teams came out to play. We'll name one of them. One of them was Richmond. They didn't come out to play. They lost to the other side that they played. It was a really good game. Lots of goals were scored. Lots of disposals and stuff.
What colours do they wear, Connor?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
My TV's black and white. No, so seriously, Collingwood v Richmond on Friday night. Collingwood 8-15, 63 defeated Richmond 7-7 49. Elliott with 2. Johnson, McStay, Hill, Dacos, Myercheck, Pendlebury, all with 1. The old man, the big wanker himself, Jack Rewalt with 2. Tom Lynch, Mansell, Clark, and Bolton and Ross with 1. Disposals. Fast becoming one of the leading midfielders in the AFL is Mr. Jordan De Goey with 35.
You had questions over him, but if he keeps this up, this consistency, he could become one of like top 10.
I think he's ranked number 2 at the minute.
I think he's either ranked number 2 or someone had him number 2. I think. Yeah, I did see that.
Number 2. Nick Dacos becoming ever so reliable with 33. His brother Josh with 28, and Mr. Crisp. Ever been so crisp with 25. I thought Richmond's best was definitely Baker with 32. He was pretty good. He actually got them back in the game for a little bit. Taranto with 29, and Rioli was pretty good off the half-back flank with 25. Talking points tricky. Inaccurate pies get over the line.
Yeah, I was very nervous in that. We hit the post, I think, 3 times in the first quarter, and then we were inaccurate in the first half especially, then coming into the third quarter, I know Richmond kicked 2 or 3 quick ones early, and that got me really nervous. But then who comes in to calm the train down? Scott Pendlebury.
Pendles. Ever so.
Did you see that goal? He just danced around everyone. It looked like he's still 20 years old.
I will say one thing. That's the big question mark I have for Collingwood is their actual inaccuracy. They've been renowned inaccurate goal kickers for coming up.
First 2 rounds were good, but
10 years, I reckon.
First 2 rounds were good, but then this is just showing like the old kind of Collingwood, I guess. And I think this player should be in the team every week.
Why
for
was
Richmond.
he the sub? Cumberland?
I don't know, but Noah Cumberland, when he came on, I thought he gave them a spark. He created so many opportunities inside 50. He was one of the reasons they were coming back in that third quarter.
I agree. He should have been named in that side, and someone else should be in that sub. That was Frampton was pretty good on Lynch, I thought, as well. Lynch got rolled in a punch on with the Dacoses, didn't he?
Yeah.
Now.
But yeah, I thought Billy Frampton surprised me there.
Also, big question marks on Collingwood too is who's going to ruck?
I don't know. Well, they reckon so. Obviously, Cameron went down. Obviously, Cox is injured. The other ruckman, he's left me now. Aiden Begg, injured, and then Steen, who was picked up in the mid-season, they reckon isn't ready.
Do you go Myercheck in the ruck, and then obviously Ginnivan comes back in, and then you go Ginnivan, Elliott, Hill.
I'd go McStay before I go Myercheck in the ruck,
and then have McStay as your full forward.
No, I reckon McStay will play ruck more
because you can
before
play
Myercheck will.
As 10.5 forward. He was rucking on Friday night.
Yeah, I think McStay will play nearly as that number 1 ruck. I think he's shown it in that final for Brisbane. Yeah, he can do it.
I think
so that's definitely a thing. And Billy Frampton has rucked in the past, and they're talking about using him, but I don't think I want to use him as he's playing key position defensive, and so I don't want to interrupt that. So maybe it's like a McStay Johnson. Like, Johnson was serviceable. He wasn't great because like he hasn't played that thing, but he came in like another midfielder. He was getting the ball around the ground and all that type of stuff. So
Or do you just don't
something
play a ruck?
it'll be interesting to see what
Why
they
do you
do.
just not play a ruck?
Well,
Play
pretty much
pretty
we
small
are.
anyway.
Yeah, we probably are. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yes. Saturday Arvo, Holty.
Oh, sorry, we done with Collingwood, are we? Okay, no problem.
That was one of our quicker ones.
All right, Saturday.
Don't worry, we'll make it longer for the Sunday game for you, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, right. That is a pathetic comeback. Saturday Arvo, we have Hawthorn v North Melbourne, the Alistair Clarkson Cup, and we had Hawthorn 11-14-80 defeated the Kangaroos 9-7-61. We had the goal kickers with Brockman with 3, Green with 2, Moore 2, Newcomb, and we had Warple, McDonald, and Scrimshaw as well. Then we had the Suvlaki, my Coleman man, with 2, Zerha 2, Taylor, Curtis, Taylor, Homden, and Tucker, all with 1 as well.
I think we should skip this game.
And then with the disposals, we had with
Holty's
David
override, yeah.
21, Sicily 28. Then we had Moore with 26, Scrimshaw 25 as well. Then we had Harry Shizzle, very, very good looking first year player with 26 as well. And Tricky talking points. That was my best one I've ever done.
Obviously,
You actually didn't stuff up any names. Well done.
I was really happy with that.
Now, it's Saturday afternoon. If you had anything on at 1:10, you would have not turned this game on, that's for sure. Jeez,
Luke Davis-Uniacke laid out really hurt North Melbourne, I think, as well.
Yeah.
He's a star. There's not much really to talk about, I don't think, on this game.
No,
One thing I said, though, I really like the way Dylan Moore was looking.
Yeah.
I reckon he's becoming something special for Hawthorn as a young player. He can go forward and go in the mid. But other than that, that's about it on that game. And GWS Carlton. Do you want to take it, Connor, since you're wearing the GWS hat?
I will. I'll take, so, Saturday afternoon, 4:40 game. This was a good game.
Yeah, okay.
So, Carlton versed Carlton's 2s. So, Carlton's 2s, 9-10-64, defeated by the 1s in 9-20-74. Inaccuracy, nearly costing Carlton the game. Goal kickers for GWS was Riccardi with 2, Hogan with 2, Daniels with 2, Ward, Green, Kelly with 1, Kerno with 2, Motlop with 2, Owies 2, Durden 1, Doherty 1, Silvani 1 for Carlton. Disposals, Green 34. He's becoming ever so reliable, the general of their midfield. Ash 30, Kelly 30, Cornelio 29, Whitfield 27. And Cripper, the man, the myth, the legend, with 42. He was fantastic. Easily best on ground. Doherty with 39 as well, and Cherry with 28. I'm going to call this now. Cherry is an absolute freak.
Yes.
He's going to be
Yes, I agree.
Star. The amount of time that bloke has when he gets the pill is ridiculous. So talking points for that game was Nick Newman absolutely destroyed Toby Green. And he had a glove on, and it was Toby's.
Mm-hmm.
He just smashed him. Obviously, we spoke about the inaccuracy at the start of the show. That really nearly cost them the game. Something I want to bring that's not there is Carlton's defence looked quite lacklustre for me. They're really missing that key defender. I think who they've got, Young. He's not too bad. McGovern's looking better to come back. Wiedering's still good, but I just think they're missing that class as a key defender.
Yep.
Obviously, Wiedering's that person. I just don't think the other two are that up to scratch. Like, if you look at Melbourne, who I think is probably the best defensive side in the AFL, they've got May and they've got Lever. Tomlinson can't even get a game for them at the minute. So
Harrison Petty
as well. They've got a really big 3.
Did you say Tomlinson?
Yeah, well, Tomlinson can't even get a game for them.
He's at Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was comparing the best defense
Oh, okay, sorry.
to the worst defense.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, I think they're missing that class in defense. Obviously, Sard's just going to play attacking, but they were lucky to get away with that one, Carlton, I believe.
Then did you guys, what do you think of the umpire dissent Did you see that?
I reckon that's bullshit.
I'm over these dissent stuff. There was someone Saturday night in the Essendon game the week before. You should be able to question the decision. Like as long as you're doing it like
as long as you're not abusive.
You should be able to question it.
Yeah, as long as you're not abusive and like it should be like once you're abusive and use like swear words, Adam. Maybe that's where they draw the line. But questioning it, what?
That's completely understandable with the abusive side of things, but like obviously we had Nick Foot on the show, past guest, and like obviously he said an umpire can only see as much as they can see with players in front of them, but the inconsistency coming from the umpire's point of view and making those decisions like dissent, like when has the dissent came out 1 year ago, and just the lack of inconsistency is just beyond ridiculous, and there's so much us as supporters and players we can question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, 100% agree with you. Yep.
Yeah. Moving on to, I'll take this game, but then I'll let you take the talking points to discuss the game a bit further, Connor, because you would have watched it a bit more closely.
Aye, Captain.
Saturday night you had St Kilda and Essendon. St Kilda's 150. If you had the Saints 14-8-92, defeated Essendon 11-8-72. For goal kickers for Saints, you had Dan Butler and Higgins, both with 4. Owens, Caminiti, Gresham, Wood, Windhager, that's where I was thinking, Hill. For Essendon, you had Perkins, Caldwell and Shield, all with 2. Then Martin Stringer, Langford, Parrish and Menzies with 1. Disposals, you had Crouch, 32, 8 clearances. Mason Wood, who's in some unreal form, unfortunately went down with a shoulder though, 27, 2 goal assists and 7 scoring involvements, and Sinclair with 26. For the Bombers, you had Parrish with 35 and 6 scoring involvements. Kelly with 29, 11 marks and 16 intercept possessions. Martin 28, 2 goal assists and 9 scoring involvements. D'Ambrosio 27. And Merritt with 25, 7 tackles and 6 clearances. Connor, do you want to discuss this game in a bit more detail?
I'd love to. Obviously, the Saints have got the chocolates over the flag guns. It's just a blimp in the radar on the way to the flag this year, but that's all right. Can't win them all. I think the only thing really, I think Essendon dominated the second, third quarter, and then obviously the thing that really cost us was that first quarter. It was disgusting. Full credit to the Saints; they're pretty undermanned. They played really well on Saturday night. I'm not going to lie. The only thing I will say about the Saints is all I'm hearing on the traps is no Wood, no Saints. So I'm expecting a loss for the Saints this week.
It's true.
I think it was a good game. I'm really happy with our performance. I think, as I said, if that was last year, we would have lost by 10 goals. We actually got within. Scores were level at one stage.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone see Caldwell's goals?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I did.
There's 2 little cheekies for goal of the year, I reckon.
This was very good.
And I'm really liking Dylan Shill's game at the minute. I think he's
he's coming kicking goals, which is good too.
Really helped Dylan Shill's game. He's not relied. Oh, we've lost Trent. Oh no, we've lost our fearless leader.
I'm back. All
right. What I was saying about as obviously Setterfield coming into the midfield being the big ball, that's giving Dylan Shill a bit more of an outside role. I think that's going well nicely. Saints, I think Wilkie or Wood were probably their best ons. I thought Wilkie was really good. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how St Kilda go because they've just lost another 2. Webster's out for 7-something weeks. I think Wood's actually a test for this week. He's got a fitness test on Saturday.
I've heard he won't probably get up.
Yeah, I don't think they'll risk him at this stage.
But
yeah. Well done, Joel.
Holty, you want to take the showdown?
Beating the Dons.
I will take the showdown of South Australia. Port Adelaide v Adelaide, the most famous showdown besides the Derby, of course. Port Adelaide 13-8-86 defeated by the Adelaide Crows 18-9-107. It was a pretty much close game up until Adelaide kicked away in the last 5 to 8 minutes. For the Port Power, we had the big I Love Dixon with 3 goals.
Where were you going with that?
Have you not seen that Port Adelaide? Oh, you got to see it. There's one banner up in the Port Adelaide cheer squad that says "I love Dix."
I like that.
That is fantastic.
That is great.
Charlie Dixon with 3, Pal Pepper with 3. I did say Pal Pepper would go well. Marshall
Sammy
with
Powell.
1. Butters, Fantasia, Jones, Rioli, Dersma and Rosie all with 1 as well. Phil Thorpe with an amazing handful of 5. Rankett with 4. Pedler with 3. Dawson, Rochelle. Oh my God, is it Salio?
Yeah, that's
Saligo.
Yeah.
Saligo. Murphy and Jones all with 1 as well. Disposals, we had My Brownlow in Rosie with 28, 6 score involvements and 6 clearances. And then we had the snub for the Brownlow from last year, 26, Rory Laird, and with 10 clearances to add on top of that resume there. Talking points, Trent. What does this mean for Ken Hinkley as well with the Port Adelaide power?
He's getting in the 11.5, so I reckon, very shortly.
Well, I did call it earlier that I reckon he'd be sacked this year.
Yeah, he'll be sacked halfway through the year. I reckon if
And also, Adelaide booted the last 6 goals to end up winning comfortable after it being close for most of the day. Do you reckon that was the last bit of energy Adelaide Crows gave before they took the W quite easily?
I think I know we agreed that Adelaide are going to be a good side. I think they're a smoky.
Oh yeah,
A real big smoky. When they
For what?
play good footy for the flag.
For what?
For the flag.
Oh no, Tricky's not happy with that one.
No, I'm just trying to absorb it all in.
They are a smoky. They can match it with the best.
You've put a team over Collingwood now.
He's rattled.
It is mine.
No, I'm just trying to absorb it. Like, who would have thought last year you'd be saying Adelaide are a smoky for a flag?
They play exciting, good football.
Yeah, they do.
They're a good side when they're on. Like Port at
Now,
home.
who have you... Sorry, you go.
Port at home are a good, like they're hard to beat, and they've just blitzed them in the last quarter with a young list.
Who would have you given the showdown medal to? It obviously went to Dawson, who had 18 disposals. I was on the field for... would have gave it to Rankin, who had 4 goals, 17 disposals, 5 tackles, 88% efficiency, 8 score involvements, and 3 clearances. And he only received 1 vote, which was from David King, who wasn't even at the ground. But then comes with the coaches' votes, Rankin got the 10.
Yeah, probably Rankin.
So I don't know how he could only get 1 vote.
I would have gone Sam Powell-Pepper.
Yeah, of course you would have. No, he did play a good game too. I was just...
Rankin's pretty stiff there.
He did.
Yeah, I thought he was very, very stiff. Now, moving on to Sunday. Connor, do you want to
skip this one, Holty?
I'll be more than happy to do it.
Okay, mate, go for it.
Sunday afternoon, I think it was about 10 past 2. If you had nothing to do, I'd advise you to delete KO entirely for this game. Gold Coast v Geelong up at it's not Metricon anymore, it's Heritage Bank Stadium.
The sexiest side in the AFL.
Oh yeah. Gold Coast 10-13, 73 defeated 7-12-52 the Geelong Cats. Goal kickers for the Gold Coast Suns. We had Lukosis with 5, King, Sexton, Jeffrey, Anderson, and Ballard all with 1. And as per usual for the Geelong Cats with multiple goals, we had Cameron with 3, Rowan with 2, Bowes with 1, and Dangerfield with 1 as well. The Seagull. Disposals, Weller, we had 29 as well for the Geelong Cats. Stewart, just as per usual, doing what he does with 29.
Straight back into it.
Guthrie with 28 as well.
Straight back in.
Talking points. Fire away. Fire them at me.
Cats, they're in the best trouble. 0-3.
Yeah.
Someone saying Hangover is effective.
Are you worried? As a fan, are you worried for what you're seeing? You're the first Premier side since North Melbourne 1976 to start the season after winning the Premiership 0-3. Are you worried right now, and what is going on?
Well, it's definitely a worry going 0-3. As a supporter point of view, it's obviously not the best to see your reigning premiers go 0-3 to start off the 2023 season. But a little statistic there. Obviously, in 1976, the Premiers start 0-3, but actually North Melbourne in 1976 started 0-4, so they lost 4 games in a row and still won the Premiership that year as well.
Doing some research over here.
Luka shines, unleashes a bomb from, I was going to say about 70 out, because that was huge.
Yeah,
that was a big bomb. And I did say he's not making this, and he damn well proved me wrong. They battered and saw Jared Witts in the second half, was huge with 35 hitouts. He just completely destroyed Segler. Completely destroyed him. And Blitzer.
Well, you called for the Segler to come in.
You would expect
You did. You called for the Segler to come in.
Yeah, I did. I definitely... I reckon Segler was alright. Stanley would have just bent over and he would have been given a new arsehole. But
Segler at least tried to get bent over.
Yeah, tried. He put an effort in.
There's not many ruckmen in the AFL that are going to go toe-to-toe with Jared Witts in a hit-out.
He's very good ruckman. Good. And gets his own clearances too,
The one thing I will say about Geelong is their midfield is garbage.
Yeah.
It is bad. Like, real bad. But
is the loss of Joel Selwood that crucial?
Yeah.
For a leadership point of view and to be that structured, sort of coach on the ground, absolutely, because us supporters, we can't judge. Even if you're the most diehard cheer squad catman person in Geelong, you can't make a decision whether Patrick Dangerfield's good or not, because we haven't seen a taste of his captaincy yet. But 0-3 coin tosses, I don't like that.
And I'm also hovering over the button at the moment.
Are you doing it blow up?
I'm hovering over it because while we're on the Geelong topic.
You can press it if you want, mate. Yep, go for it.
5, 4, 3.
I don't know if he's going to lose it.
2, 1.
Go for it.
Alrighty, so Holty's blow-up. This is more of a serious one today, more than taking the piss. I'm just going to get into my analytical point of view here and get into a deep
He is
dive.
fired up. He's gone analytical.
I'm going into a deep dive here, more of a psychological point of view, into the shithouse closet Geelong supporters that I see on Facebook every freaking day.
Every week.
Seriously.
Every day.
Every day, every minute, every hour, every second.
All right,
starters, I've got topics here.
Here we go.
Catman.
Fuck off.
Catman, I had a crack at you last year, and then I loved you for about 5 minutes after the grand final. That was because too many double jacks came into play. But some of your topics and some of your live videos on Facebook, mate, need to stop. All of us Cat fans, we do love you, but I'm not one of them.
But shit.
You need to just chill out. 0-3 is not that bad. Just chill out, relax. There's 21 games to go. We've got an extra game in the season now. There's still a season to go. So
try and
relax.
be an Essendon supporter, mate.
Yep, just relax. I've seen games that have lost more, and just go away from the camera for a bit. Closet supporters of Geelong.
Oh, they're everywhere.
It's glad to see that you're wearing the 2022 Premiership scarf, but it is not glad to see that you sit in general admission and claim yourself to be a full Geelong supporter. I don't want to see you anywhere at the MCG, and I don't want to see you anywhere near GMHBA Stadium or Marvel when I'm ever there, because I will rip your heads off and I will take that scarf and burn it because you will not get it back. Geelong supporters on Facebook as well, having a crack at the team and not realising or not watching the same game that I'm watching, because I was called a clueless Geelong supporter on our TikTok base on Up the Guts. Whoever that person is, I want you to unfollow Up the Guts and leave, because I don't want to see your face around me, because I am not a clueless Geelong supporter. I am one of the biggest Geelong supporters. I follow my team, I go analytical, and do not start the halt. Oh, that was a good one.
He got fired up. He doesn't like his Geelong supporters at the moment.
Oh, well, I can't yell because old Dad's doing Pilates in the next room.
The cat man is in the next room doing play.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
That was good. I enjoyed it.
yeah, it was good. It was good. I thought it was a bit harsh when people want to just come watch the footy and wear their club scarf, and you're saying you're going to burn it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you can tell when someone's a proper supporter of Geelong or any other team. Like,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You can rock up to a game. I'll rock up to Anzac Day, Essendon Collingwood, or Melbourne Richmond, like the two most terrific Anzac games there are. And you can look around the stadium or in your vicinity area or your radius. You can just pick out people that are just complete, utter fake supporters or real supporters, or it's their first game.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, it's shocking
As
to
I'm
watch.
wearing two different club merchandise.
Oh, then they make a comment against your comment, and then you make them look like the dickhead.
Yeah.
It's
I agree.
unbelievable.
Tricky, you take
Melbourne, Melbourne, Sydney, I got it. Melbourne 21-8, 134 defeated Sydney 12-12, 84. Goal kickers, you had Chandler with 3. Van Ruin on debut also kicked 3. Didn't he look good? Fritsch, Connor's favourite with 3. And Oliver with 2. As he stares me down the camera. Spargo with 2, Hunter with 2, Jordan, Yulbullen, Melton, Petty, Sparrow, and Brown all with 1. And for Swans, you had Holty's favourite, Papley with 3.
Ugh.
Franklin with 2, Haywood with 2, McDonald, Blakey, Goulden, Rowbottom, and McInerney. Disposals for the D's, you had Petrarca with 33, 2 goal assists, 8 score bombs, 6 clearances. Oliver, who's starting to kick goals too, which is really scary for opposition if he's hitting the scoreboard as well as much damage he already does with the amount of ball he gets. Got 25 with 2 goals, 7 tackles, 9 scorer bombers, 18 contested possessions and 6 clearances. And leading disposal getter for the Swans was Callum Mills with 25. Talking points, as we sung before, Van Ruin kicks 3 on debut as Holty just holds up Fritsch is a superstar. Connor's thoughts on Fritsch?
He's one of our one of our nightly customers at the Turf Club. I've got to support him.
I
he
never
come,
think
does he?
he's a bad player. I just think he's selfish.
Yeah, he loves a bit of doggies and a little bit of harness, or Bailey Fritz.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me one bit there.
No, but as we said, Van Ruin, doesn't he look good? 3 on debut.
Yeah, definitely a good forward. I like him. Definitely
Then I've also got no Gorn, no worries. That's what the new recruit Brody Grundy was brought in for, with his 21 disposals, 9 score involvements, 4 clearances, and 25 hitouts. To raise your eyebrows with the no Gorn, no worries.
I think there is worries. I would much rather Max Gorn in my side.
Oh no, but like you've got that him there for backup if he goes down. Who's Grundy's still a class ruckman as well. And is there room for 3 talls at Sydney?
Yeah.
Amadi, Franklin, and McDonald all in the same team, and how do they make it work?
Well, one plays centre half forward, one plays full forward, one plays in the pocket.
But structurally, how does it work? Because it looked like they got in a bit in each other's way on the weekend.
3-headed monster.
Oh well, you could play Franklin up the ground off the wing,
Oh, absolutely you can.
and then
Push. That's what I was thinking. Push Franklin more up the ground, because you probably want to play McDonald deep.
Yeah, true.
He looks like the one that come out real hands. You can probably push Franklin more up the ground and leave the inside 50 to McDonald and Amadi, because they're really exciting prospects. But it looks like when Franklin comes into the side, they go into a shell a bit.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, it's like when he played for Hawthorn. Roughhead shined when he was out of the side. Mm-hmm. Which I think what we're seeing with McDonald as well. When he's out of the side, he shines too.
Yes. Do you want to take the very last game, Connor?
I would love to. We've got the Derby. The old Freo v the Eagles.
Jesus, look at the talking points here.
This is a big one here. So obviously Freo absolutely got the chocolates over the Weagles. To be honest, they actually touched them up a little bit, didn't they? 16-12, 108 to 9-13, 67. nice little win for Freo. It's good to see them back on the winning score after getting their ass handed to them by North.
North,
Yep.
Yes.
1 point.
Yep, ass handed to. So obviously for Freo, you had Walters with 4. It's good to see him back in the goal kicking. Amos with 2, Frederick with 2, Jackson Switowski with 2, Darcy, Brayshaw, Schultz, and Young with 1. Good to see O'Scallon with a bag with 3, Darling 3, Sheed, Waterman, and Hunt with 1. Disposals, your boy Trick 35, Caleb Sarong. Well,
Did I not predict him to get the medal too?
Yeah, we'll get in there, Trick. You know, you
And he got the medal.
Getting there.
I'm sorry.
You just ruined the talking plans.
Well, yeah, well. It's not a very big talking point. I just wanted to gloat a bit.
With 35, James with 31, Andrew with 28, and Tim with 33 for the Eagles, Andrew with 28, Shannon with 27, and yep. So obviously talking points, Caleb Sarong wins the medal, gets on ground, 100%.
I believe it's his second.
Yeah,
I believe that's his second.
Right. Sean Darcy was massive, the big fridge, the old 135 kilo fridge. He's a big boy. Would not want to step into his elbow.
Read some of his stats out, Connor.
Huh?
Read some of those stats out because they're
1 goal, 20 disposals, 10 score involvements, 5 clearance, and a whopping 52 hitouts. To be fair, as he should, he dominated that game because West Coast does not have a ruckman.
How many hitouts? How many?
52.
How many?
52. Huge.
Oh my gosh.
Mind you, Eagles don't have a ruckman, so that's expected. Switowski was pretty good. We've lost Trent, so
we've lost him. Let's keep going.
we'll keep going. So obviously Switowski had a great impact for the Dockers up forward in the centre with his speed and class.
There
Finishing
you
with 21 disposals, 10 score involvements, and 2 goals.
Yes.
The Eagles have fought hard, even with the injuries to key players and Luke Shuey, Jeremy McGovern, Jamie Cripps, and Alex Witherden. So they're pretty big outs. I think West Coast are probably looking to offload a couple of the older players at season's end to kind of do what a Hawthorn's done, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, Oscar.
They might have to do what they did last year as well, and sort of just resort to those younger players in the side as well, and leave some of those older players in there that obviously are not injured.
Well, I reckon. And here's a quick fix for Carlton: go get Jeremy McGovern, fix your back line.
Yep.
Sorry, boys, I just cut it out. So what were you talking about there? I don't know. Just said my memory is full or something. I don't know what's going on there.
We
So
were
we might
just
have
saying
to...
how the Eagles obviously lost those big outs with the older players. Is it time to offload them?
Okay, yep.
Obviously,
I
Luke
hope-
Jackson shows he can, in his best used as playing variety roles, starting as the game as a midfielder and at the first centre bounce, and then he was used a bit forward and obviously in the ruck as well. He also kind of needs a finger up his butt as well, I reckon. I don't think.
I just hope that doesn't interrupt the recording of mine.
Yeah.
Right.
So obviously injuries there. Chapman with a leg, McGovern hamstring, Shuey hamstring, Witherden out with a head knock, so concussion. Ryan knee, Cripps ankle. Not a bad round of footy actually. I enjoyed last round. It was quite good. I believe it is everyone's favourite segment though, Trick.
Here we go.
It is the Andrew Phillips Cup.
It's my favourite. It's definitely mine. That is awesome. Here we go.
Are we good to go, Trick?
Yep. I'm just worried
Alright.
about my recording now.
Now, last week's winner was Trent. Who was it?
Matt Kennedy.
Matt Kennedy. Slot him straight into the centre. All right, so this week I will give special mentions out to our boy Jamara. Well done.
Well done.
Yep.
Well done.
Still not good enough to get in the side though.
Yep.
Who else was I had? No, I'm not going to say that name. No, I'm going to say that name. Josh Dacos. Yep, you can get a mention. Liam Baker as well.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the two, I was only just going to go with the one this week. But I have decided to go with two. I've just thought
Yep.
of another one as we were doing this. So, obviously, the first one, with no real surprise, is Mr. Mason Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Was probably their best player on Saturday night.
Yes.
Actually, his last his last quarter was outstanding. He had 27 disposals, 2 goal assists, 7 score involvements, 592 metres gained, and kicked a goal. So that is a decent game for a bloke that couldn't even get a game at North. So well done, Mason. This is probably your biggest honour you've ever had in your career. The next player is no other than Holty's man, Mr. Sam Powell-Pepper.
Oh, yes.
Start to the year. Obviously snagged 3 sausage rolls. Had 15 disposals and 314 metres gained. Went out. Let me click onto him. But yeah, I think that's a pretty decent game in a losing side too.
Just a little bit of pepper on top of that.
Oh yeah, bit of Sam everywhere.
Oh.
Got to season your meat. And Sam does. Yep, so they're the two. I think Mason Wood will win that though.
And I'm just going to give a little bit of an update on our one and only Victorian team in the NRL, Melbourne Storm. They're currently on a fly at the moment. Currently sitting in a comfortable 6 at the moment after beating the Rabbitohs 18-10 up in Sydney. And then on Thursday night at 7:50, they do have the Roosters, which are sitting in 3rd at Amy Park if anyone's interested in going and seeing the Holt there.
Are we going to the rugby? The Dragons got up on Saturday.
They did. And the Dolphins.
Okay, lovely. So we'll finish off our tips, and I'm hoping that didn't interrupt it. Otherwise, I might have to send you guys a message later.
It was still recording, Tricky.
Okay,
It's been
good.
recording the whole time.
Because on mine it says recording overview 4 minutes, so I'm hoping that just like goes into 2 different ones for me. I'm hoping it was weird. Anyways, do you want to finish off with the tips?
Yes.
And
Alright,
it's
so
also the US Masters this weekend too.
Yes, it is.
Lovely,
Yes.
lovely.
All the Daniel McStay Cups on Thursday night.
All right, so now we've got the Danny McStay Cup, Brisbane, Collingwood. I'm backing my boys, Collingwood. Boys, I'm guessing you're going to tip against me.
You'd be 100% correct, Tricky.
Oh,
What have I told you?
The Lions.
I know, I think back Joe Danaher with 5-3.
Yep.
I was going to say Danaher with a comfortable 3 goals too.
North, Carlton. I'm going to back Carlton.
I'm also going to back Carlton, and I'm going to back Charlie and Big H Dog to kick an absolute bag. Did you see Ben Mackay has pulled out? He is not playing on Friday night because they are the same person.
It is true. I'm the Kangaroos, and I'm going the big Garlic or Souvlaki with 6.
You go on the Roos. Carlton's going to flog them.
Go the Roos.
You got Crows and the Dockers at Adelaide Oval.
The Crom.
Richmond and I'm going the Crom as well. Richmond Bulldogs and going the Tigers.
Tigs for
I'm
me.
going the Tigers too.
Lynch with 4.
Yeah.
St Kilda Suns, Marvel. I'm going the Saints.
I'm
going
going
the
the
Angels.
Suns. I'm going the Suns.
Angels.
I just think
Sydney.
Injury list is too bad now.
Yep, Sydney Port at the SCG Saturday night. I'm going to go to Swans at home.
Oh, what a shit Saturday night fixture
That is a
again.
terrible game.
The Swans quite easily at the SCG.
I'm going to go the Gooses and Franklin with 5.
I like it.
And then we got Essendon GWS. I'm going to say Essendon.
I will also say Essendon.
I will say the Flag Dons as well. And Peter Wright. Oh no, sorry, that's right.
Wiedemann.
Who
West Coast, Melbourne. At Optus Stadium, I'm still going back Melbourne.
I'm definitely going to say Melbourne quite comfortably for me.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Who's leading the tipping right now, Trick?
I believe it is. I haven't been keeping quiet, if I'm being honest. I think it's me, though.
You were just going to say it was you.
No, I'll go back and I can go back and check it if you want. I thought we were just giving it out for fun, but anyways, I can go back and check.
Keep it. Let's all right. I want a tally board next week.
No worries, got that. I'll get that dealt with.
Thank you.
And the last game, you got Geelong and the Hawks. Cats have to bounce back eventually, so I'm going to back them.
I think if Geelong don't win, we may see someone hanging from the roof like this.
Yep.
So I think the Geelong
I'm gonna go Hawthorn.
You're an idiot. Geelong will win. Geelong will bounce
All right,
back.
but I think that would... Yep, sorry. You go.
Geelong will bounce back in fashion. Smack him.
Hawthorn, and I'm gonna go Luke Bruce with a massive 6.
I think that will just about wrap up the show. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm hoping the recording is all good. It said you're recording your end, so I hope it's all good.
Yes.
I'll send you guys a message if it's not. And make sure you subscribe to all our social medias and follow us on our Insta, Facebook, TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure to leave a rating. Until next time, see you guys.